Question number 3. The graph of a quadratic function passes through c, which is found at 6, negative 60, and the zeros of the function are at negative 4 and 2. Write the equation of the graph in general form. We have a lot of mathematics lingo to unpack here, okay? So number 1, the zeros of the function. Guys, that is just the x-intercepts, all right? And we know how they look when we factor it. When we factor a quadratic function, how can we use this information to help us develop that? Write the equation of the graph in general form. Remember, that's ax squared plus bx plus c equals y, where a can't be 0 and a, b, and c are elements of the real. Okay? So it's not that general form. It's not the kind that you can find the vertex, but it's the general form. Remember, there are 2 different forms. All right. So if I were to write this, I would say, okay, y equals, and I know that I have zeros at x at negative 4 and positive 2. So I'm just going to say x plus 4 and x minus 2. We know that a quadratic function can be stretched or compressed by that a factor, but we don't know exactly what that is. So we're going to have to solve for it. That's why we are given this point right here. We can plug in for we can plug in for y and for x, and then we can solve for a. So I'm just going to say my y is negative 60 equals a 6 plus 4. Instead of writing my x, I'm going to write 6 because I'm inserting this point. 6 minus 2. Negative 60 equals a times 10 times 4. So we're saying negative 60 equals 40a. So then we just divide both. A equals negative 60 over 40. But that's not a really nice fraction to be dealing with. We want to simplify it down further. A equals negative 3 over 2. This is great. So now what I can do is, instead of having an a here, I can just plug in my negative 3 over 2. Y equals negative 3 over 2, x plus 4, x minus 2. So what this is telling me is that if y equals 0, my x-intercepts are at negative 4 and at positive 2. But we want it in the general form, not the factored form. So I need to expand this into a trinomial. Y equals negative 3 over 2 x squared. They add up to plus 2x. They multiply out to negative 8. And then I just need to multiply this negative 3 over 2 into it. Remember the distributive property? Y equals negative 3 over 2x squared minus 3x. This one's going to be plus 24 over 2, which 24 over 2, I can just say that is 12. So plus 12. And that is our answer in general form.